Hello soul friends, this is Miriam. Welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is going to be all about end of summer and what advice your guides have for you regardless of what's happening for you during the last part of the summer months. So it's timeless, kind of. It's set to summer, but if you're watching it this year, next year, whenever, if you're looking for end of summer advice, this video might have something in it for you. Remember, no matter your individual beliefs, tarot or oracle reading is, your spirit guides coming forward to give you advice, or just simply is your subconscious mind helping you answer life's ponders. No matter how you look at it, it's healthy and you are in the right place. So welcome. These are the decks we shall be using. I'm going to live shuffle these three and then use this one for clarification, I believe. Alrighty. Okay, so with that, we shall start shuffling to see what kind of advice your guides want to give you. So like we'd be looking at about, you know, end of August, beginning of September, depending on how you look at like the season changing. I try to go by the actual like equinox, but you know, depending on what kind of job you have, sometimes that can, you know, make the seasons feel seasonier at certain times. So like if you're a teacher or something and school's starting, or you're a parent and school's starting, or you're a student and school's starting, you get the idea. Okay. Goodness, they really want a lot of those ones. And they're having me shuffle them in silly ways. They always do this when I have to be on camera, just to make me look goofier than I already am. Oh well. It's the price we pay for information. Alright. I see them. Okay. I got nervous when I was getting this one, so if you're feeling nervous about something and you need advice about it, this might be the pile for you. Just something that's coming through. Okay. Okay. Goodness gracious, you guys have a lot of advice for you. It's like, I'll do a short one today. Well, maybe not. It might be a longer one. So if you like longer readings or hate them, that was your warning. But we'll see. All right, let me get these into a nice little group so they look pretty for y'all. Not sure how we're going to do that. Probably just like this. Wink. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's put these so you can see them. And let's get you some rocks or crystals to help you pick. Group 1, you can be this very, very pale pink quartz. It probably looks clear on this. Group 2, you shall be the green aventurine. Group 3, you will be clear quartz. This is actually clear quartz. And group 4, you're this beautiful, I don't know what it is. It's like a shell or mother of pearl or something. Okay. Go ahead and focus in on that. Pause the video if you need, and we will see you in your individual readings. Bye. Hello, group 1. So if you picked the rose quartz, well, let's take a look at what your guides want to tell you about the end of this summer, whatever summer you are tuning in, and what kind of advice do they have for you. So let's just get on thinker. Yeah, I feel like you've got a lot on your mind. Let's find out what that is. Treasure Island. Could be finances related. It also could be travel related. A very long travel, like across the seas, perhaps. Chop wood, 42. Interesting. I'm going to grab the book for that one, I think. To be fair. Okay, this happened in the last video that I'm cooking right now to upload today. And then this one I'll probably put tomorrow. That being said, that video also had something about somebody working at the fair or being involved in the fair in some way, and this is fair season, so some of you might actually be thinking a lot about working at the fair. However you do fair stuff. There's lots of different ways to be involved in the fair. Buy the book. Number 11. Sorry if you didn't see the numbers. 38, 42, 9, and 44. And 10, Unfinished Symphony. Okay. Something is very, very serious for somebody in this group. It's like you're really worried that you really want to understand what your guides are trying to say to you about this situation. Thinking and overthinking. For some of you, it's financial. For others, it's something about a goal or travel or having to do work towards a goal. Chop wood to me feels like getting down to it in some way, but I want to look at the book for that one. I will hold this up after I read it to you because otherwise it will just be a mess. Way back here. Some of you I feel like might be 42 years old. Okay. Essential meaning being grounded in everyday experience, humility. I said I was going to hold it up after, but here I am. The Oracle's message, there are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms. When it is in full blossom, the mundane act of putting off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it be to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you brings you into a state of, oh my gosh, I can't see anything. Receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment when you engage in everyday. There we are. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. Okay, if this is a relationship question, because there is a message for this, Nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing. Stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple, just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really. Prosperity message for the finances. Now is the time to take small steps rather than larger leaps on the journey to creating your most prosperous life. Move your focus off your big dream and attend to the mundane chores. Focus on the little things that may have piled up while you've been mapping out the great plan for the life you aspire to see manifest into reality. Chop wood, carry water, as the Zen proverb advises, or wash dishes, walk the dog. While you're doing that, Spirit will have a chance to move mountains and set wondrous miracles in motion for you. Remain humble and aware of the present. Holy heck, there's a protection message as well. So there's also a promise of protection as you're moving forward. Whatever it is that's causing you to really overthink and wonder. Excuse me. And yeah, I feel like you're being judged, whether you're being judged at the fair or in some other state of professionalism of some kind or whatever. It's like you have to really behave yourself for the rest of the summer in some way. Okay. Unfinished symphony, and it feels like maybe you didn't get to everything you wanted to get to by the end of the summer. I know that I have felt that way many a time when I was working seasonally like that. So I get it. Okay. So I'm feeling seasonal work of some kind for people that are looking into professional situations. For those of you who are sort of focused on, and that could be like teaching, education, anything that kind of ramps up, like seasonal work. Or if you have like some kind of a rush sales, this time of year or something along those lines, like it feels seasonal. And like you're just on the cusp of like getting through it. And maybe if it goes well, you'll get a promotion, or maybe if it goes well, you stand to make a lot of money, right? Seasonal. There's also something about actual literal music. And again, maybe you have a lot of shows set up for the last part of this season. That is also coming through. Blah, I cannot speak. Okay. Let's go ahead and get you some more cards. We'll see if there's any more situations that pop up. But yeah, and I feel like some of you, okay, thank you. Some of you are waiting for somebody to get in touch with you, perhaps. Maybe a lover that you want to connect with you more, or keep in touch with you more, or a crush and you want them to reach out more and make contact with you more so that you can grow together. I'm also feeling that. Coneflower, number 9. Draw strength from within and protect yours fiercely. It's time to reclaim your power. Yeah, I feel like if you're waiting for somebody, your guides are definitely showing that with that chop wood card and that idea of like, to be fair to yourself, be balanced, go by the book, or you're having to go by the book for something and you're having to think a lot. Your guides are kind of saying that you just need to focus on you. Even if you're very like eager to hear from somebody and have them move towards you, we can never make anybody do anything. We have to kind of either move on our own or wait for them to come to us. All right. So if that's something that you're doing, they're suggesting that just doing your everyday things that you need to do for you and like making a routine out of it even, or more rigid or more varied or whatever it does to make you feel a little bit more in balance, to go ahead and do that, because that is something that you can do. Okay. And draw strength, for yourself. Protect yourself first. Cornucopia, number 12. Let the power of abundance flow through you and open up fresh opportunities for growth. Yeah, remember all that stuff it was talking about with manifesting what we want. It very much feels like whether this is a work situation or a romance situation, some kind of a relationship dynamic that I'm not speaking out loud because I just haven't, I'm just trying to keep it general, but whatever the situation is that's making you feel like you have to be fair, you have to be by the book, you have to, finish what you've started, you have to think about something really hard and hope that it works out, those kinds of energies. Protecting yourself first above all else, and then really just sitting back and watching abundance come in because you're just focusing on your side of the street right now. You're just focusing on what you can handle, what you can have control over, and that usually breaks open a lot of abundance to us. Iced tea, number 28. Lean into your soul's pull and listen to the whispers. Its whispers to nurture yourself. Some of you might make really killer iced tea, like sweet tea. Some of you might want to use the sunshiny weather we have left to make yourself some tea outside in the sun. Roosters and hens, number 35. A change of scenery is calling. Embrace the adventure that awaits. Yeah, I feel a lot of change energy, but it's like good change energy. It's kind of scary change in some instances. And I don't feel like it's change in the sense of breaking up if this is a relationship. Not necessarily. It's like there's that moment of they're kind of off doing what they need to do, and you, in the meantime, need to take care of what you need to take care of first, as opposed to worrying about what this person is doing. Okay? And possibly changing up your routine to accommodate, more self-care or more self-inspirational type energy. Let's get some more cards here. Bam! The Sun. Knight of Wands. Four of Wands. Three of Pentacles. And Justice. This is great. Okay. So when you let go of expectation and maybe it's maybe the situation is so hard for some of you because once summer is kind of over, you'll start moving towards what you need to move towards, or a long distance situation will start, or whatever your individual situations are. I'm seeing really good things across the board for work and for romance. We have the Sun card. That means everything that we've been talking about now has a positive light shone on it. Okay? So you would finish your symphony. You will figure out what you've been trying to think and figure out, right? You will go by the book. You will be fair, right? You'll be successful at the fair. I'm getting fair vibes from this card as well with the tent. Okay. Knight of Wands is very, very positive for falling in love, for this relationship, making it, that kind of energy. If you just let go, that's what really breaks open and makes you realize that they're not going anywhere. You don't have to try to hang on to them, or whatever's going on that's making you worry, you can let that go. Four of Wands is one of the marriage cards. This is about falling in love. This is also can be about falling in love, celebrating if it's about work. Three of Pentacles is also about working well with others. Client, I'll be right back. Okay, where were we? Yeah, celebrating, having success with people that you work with, finding balance. With the Justice card, I often feel like if there is a certain situation with someone where you feel like somebody's bothering you or hassling you, or they're just not acting in an upright manner of some kind, that, they're eventually going to get theirs for what they've done, kind of energy. Very positive with the Sun. So let's go ahead and just get you some tarot. Ooh, the Lovers. Now I'm going to be doing that. For some reason, when I took that call and then I came back, it flipped my camera around. So now the camera's on the opposite side of where I think it is. Because the image has been flipped. So I'm going to be holding it up to the wrong spot. A shitty me. Ooh! We have the Ace of Wands. Also filling a lot of these. Okay. You just got a lot of cards. We have Six of Pentacles. That's about balance. It's also about balance of finances. If you're worried about finances specifically, I remember some of you, we were talking about that early on. Balance with relationships. The Lovers is also about balance. Ace of Wands is about new inspirations, new ideas, aha moments. Knight of Wands, good action and positive outcomes. Falling in love once again. You got Knight of Wands earlier. The Hierophant in reverse. I feel like you don't have to worry about anybody doing this for you. It's just going to come on your own. Over and over again, your guides have been saying that, like, if you just let go, that's how you're going to manifest what you want in this. We must listen to them. Wheel of Fortune, lucky time. Yes. The Moon, don't be afraid of what you can't see coming towards you. It just keeps getting better and better. And Queen of Wands, being successful, being inspired. It's going to be okay, Group 1. So with that, I shall leave you. If this was helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private meeting with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. We shall see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 2. So if you picked the Green Adventuring, let's look and see what end of summer advice your guides have for you. Peace. Very nice. Number 23. It's a very serene feeling. Some of you might like the color pink a lot. Regeneration. Here we go. Ooh, I'm getting vacation vibes. Or travel vibes. Spirit quest vibes. You know the kind. Oh, orphaned. Okay, I feel like some of you have been through a lot leading up to this point. Separation vibes, breakup vibes, broken family vibes, divorce vibes, shared custody vibes, lost custody vibes. Yep, change in the wind. You are adjusting to a massive change if you're being called to this group. But the months ahead, or the weeks ahead, or the last few weeks of this summer, it looks like you're going on some kind of a healing vacation to deal with this change and this loss kind of sensation that I'm getting here. Oh, and here's another pink egg. Here and now. Okay, I'm finding there are some fertility issues for some people. What other situations are coming through? Somebody just might really like that color pink or have something to do with eggs, but I was feeling this fertility thing of your guides saying, like, just live in the here and now and let go of the worry of, you know, the result that you need happening, like to let go of that expectation and just let your manifestation take hold by just going about your everyday life. There might be some messages for you in Group 1 if that resonated with you. Okay. Other situations. Like if it's a breakup, I feel like you lost a family member kind of situation. It was a very serious situation and a very big change. Maybe you live together, maybe etc. and so forth. And so you're kind of going on your own little space away from everyone to kind of gather your strength and heal. Okay. You know what I'm saying. Let's keep going. Bushels of Apples, number 3. Invite your truth forward and invoke the power of, my big thumb's in the way, healing, growth, and the true essence of who you are. Yep, it's time for some self-discovery. That's for sure. I feel like for some of you, like this ending that you're dealing with in some cases, has sort of shifted, you know, your entire priorities now that whatever has come to an end has come to an end. You don't have to answer to the same thing. So like it could also be like a different, like a career change. A parent passing. Okay. Maybe some of you are worried about you passing and your children being left orphaned. If so, stick around. Okay. Fair vibes again. County Fair, some of the strength to reach out and discover the unity of community around you. It's okay to reach out for help. Some people might just be leaving you to your privacy when really you want them to be checking in on you, and it might be good to just check in with them. I know that's hard for me to do as well. Wheat and grains, 44. You reap what you sow. Good fortune is on its way. I feel like even though some of you feel like you've been knocked down a peg or two, or maybe knocked all the way down to the bottom in some cases, that you've actually racked up a lot of good karma. And so like your guides want you to make sure that you remember that it's okay that you haven't gotten exactly what you want yet, that like that still may be on its way, is what I'm feeling with this card. Because you have like good karma, good things are going to be coming towards you in some kind of a form. Okay, it might be different from the form you want, but it's not negative across the board of like what is going to happen to you. Does that make sense? Leo 29, to deny your heart's joys, to deny nourishment to your spirit. Your guides are urging you to do wonderful things if you're on this vacation or taking you time, going to like maybe you're traveling and you go to a county fair for the first time in your life. The fair vibe keeps coming up, and I realize I use seasonal cards, but like group 1 was getting fair stuff, this group's getting fair stuff. My last reading that we did was, if you've watched it, was also fair stuff on one of the groups. So very interesting. Let me know if you're connected to any of those. Poppy 33, pause for a moment to reset and reconnect with your soul. You time. Your guides are really showing that this little break that you're taking, whatever it may look like, and even if you're like, no, I have to work the whole time, there's like something shifting at the end of summer for you. I don't know if it is, that's when you're moving into your new place, that's when you're going on a little vacation, that's whatever it is looking like to you, why that's significant to you. If something's shifting with jobs or living situations or whatever, relationships with that timeline, your guides are showing that this is a very good time for you to kind of restructure your life to center around yourself, to really pamper and take care of yourself first, to not apologize or feel like you have to explain yourself to anyone, okay? That's a very strong message coming through. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment coming your way. See, and once you let go, you open yourself up to what you were really supposed to have. What was really meant for you finds you easier. And you start to heal from that heartache. No one's discounting that what you've been through has been really, really hard. But I'm seeing, like for partners, like for breakups, I see a more emotionally mature and healthy person coming towards you once you let go of this breakup vibe that I feel. But just this idea of like, whatever it is that you want, it's okay to just let go and wait for the universe to just provide it for you and just take life one day at a time. so much easier to say than it is to do sometimes. But that seems to be the message that I'm getting over and over again. There's definitely some messages for you in group 1, I feel. The Devil. The Devil is all about cutting those strings that you've put on yourself, letting go of those limitations that you've placed on yourself, however that form looks to you. Let's just keep going. Nine of Wands. I feel like a lot of you are really tired and kind of battle weary, and like it's okay to rest and just wait for these things to come to you. You don't have to go trying to work and find them. Look, we got the Devil again. The Devil is also about taking the time to enjoy earthly pleasures. Okay, so if you are holding back from something that you feel is too indulgent, too self-indulgent, you might want to give it a little twirl. Okay, if that feels right, then you know who you are. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, that's that one day at a time, moving forward. As you go, the heartache, you know, it starts to heal up. See how it's sort of stitching itself back together, right? And it's going to have scars and all that metaphorical stuff. But at the same time, this card represents like a chance to heal. And with the High Priestess and the King of Cups being on either side, and the 9 of Cups, it really feels like the healing part is going to be coming through for you. Taking on earthly pleasures, shedding old skin and getting new, right? Seeing life in a whole new way. Somebody from your past could be coming back in. So for those of you that are doing breakup vibes or people not being in your life anymore for some reason, they might come swooping back in, trying to recapture that kind of territorial hold that they have on that energetic, emotional part of you, okay? That's not for everyone, just some, okay? Your guides are saying to look out for that, to remember what you stand to gain and not what you stand to lose with this person that you've already kind of been through things with, some of you, okay? Yeah, don't deny your heart any joy, that Leo card. Somebody, the name Leo might be significant to you. I'm going to peek back for a second. Yeah, you need to relax and rest into a time of peace. And so it's okay to just take your tasks that you have to do one day at a time. Don't worry about what you're headed towards or what you need to fix, right? Just kind of go forward. And as you go forward, you're going to knock things out of the park as they come towards you. I see like this very strong, like we have Emperor and the King of Swords. They both got this crown on their head. 9 of Pentacles is about success. And it's like a personal success, your own success. Moving forward in a way that looks impressive to people, feels impressive because it is impressive. It's just abundance and success, work-related success, emotionally healing success, whatever that looks like to you guys. Yes. If I say success again, I'm going to faint. Let's see what else. I want to peek back again. Yeah, focus on the here and now. Don't worry about making these things happen or where they're coming from, right? And just be grateful that you've been told from your guides that they are coming. And I feel like they're going to be here between now and like September 22nd, whatever end of summer area that you're watching this. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some more. Page of Pentacles. That's about good news coming in. Really good news with career front. 10 of Pentacles. Also really good news with financial issues or worries. So if some of you are looking at how the rest of your summer is going to go financially. You should be getting an uptick of some kind. Seven of Swords. This feels like being able to put real life skills into motion. That's one of the meanings of Seven of Swords. It's like getting good at something. It could be being recognized for doing something good, but like really what it is just you just really carrying yourself well. And sort of moving through your situations with ease because you have this experience behind you. Okay. Ooh. Spicy. The Moon. Don't be afraid of what you can't see yet. Trust your intuition. Success. Wonderful success. Gotta love it. Let's get some more. We got the Strength card. I like these two right here. Five of Wands in reverse. That would mean that your conflicts are coming to an end. Eight of Swords. Still some apprehension, and that's right next to the Moon. The Moon is also about fear of the future. So again, your guides are trying to tell you, don't worry about what you can't see yet. Move forward as if you've already got what you want. Queen of Swords. Say what you need to say. Own your truth. Even if you have to be blunt about it. King of Wands. More success. This can also be about falling in love. The Hermit in reverse. You could be getting out more soon. In different ways. Remember, you're going to restructure all of that. Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings. Just like we said. I want to get like 3 more cards. The Star, you're going to be recognized in some way positively. Don't hold yourself back. Look at things from a different perspective, right? So like if you're like, oh, this happened and that happened and it sucked. True. But what good can come from it, right? How can we put a positive spin on it? And last but not least, Four of Swords. Get some rest, child. And with that, I shall leave you. If this was helpful, tell me how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there are ways to do so in the description box. We shall see you next time. My friends, take care. Bye-bye. Hello, group 3. You will notice that all of my jewelry has changed. You will notice that I'm a different person now. Maybe my voice doesn't even sound the same as it used to. Oh my word. I got really sick in between videos, and then oh, how can you say this without getting in trouble? I guess you just say it. All hell broke loose. I'm fine, but a lot of other people aren't. So anyway, that's why my rings have changed. It's a new day. Here we are. Being new folk skis. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the end of summer for you and what that's going to look like. Now that we're so late in this recording, depending on when you're watching this, I started this at like the very end of, sorry for blowing in your ear, I apologize. It was like the very end of August, and now it's like September 12th, so stuff happens. Anyway, let's just get on with it and see what the last, what do you got? If you're actually watching this when I record it, this is timeless. I mean, you can watch this anytime that you're at the end of the summer, right? Whatever that is to you. But right now, the people that are watching it right when I like put this out are going to be like, all right, so this week and next week, the next 2 weeks, basically for them. Ooh, truth be told, number 14. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to lay these out and get our stuff. I love this card, though. I mean, it's just one of my favorites in like my, not just in this deck, just in my entire collection. A lot of my favorite cards ever are in this deck. And a lot of people on YouTube use this deck. It's a really awesome one. Exchanging gifts. I'm feeling some vibe of, I know I said I wasn't going to get into this, but just to throw this out there since it's popping in so hard. I'm getting a vibe of you sharing something about your skills with somebody else's skills. Like you're sharing skill sets that are very different from one another, but you're like really vibing on how you're seeing how the other one does what they do in some way. I'm trying to think of a scenario that's more specific, but I can't. I don't know if I've ever been in a situation like that where okay, like, maybe you just have met a friend, and this might not be your scenario that this message is for, but this is just a scenario in case you're having a hard time understanding what it means. Like, you meet a friend that's like very different from you, and you just sit and talk all day long about like their stuff and your stuff because you both find it very fascinating, even though it's quite different. Yes, thank you, guides. We have building blocks. I wanted to say building books because I thought she was standing on a bunch of books, but now I don't think so. I don't know what she's standing on. She's standing on blocks. They look like Jenga blocks, but then they go colorful towards the top. Interesting. So you're building stuff. Ooh, 27 and 28 in a row. This is not a new deck. There's no reason that these should numerically be in order. So take that as you list. There could be something coming up the 27th or the 28th of the month in which you are watching this, which in most cases would be August or September. And maybe even the 14th, if I can upload this fast enough. Not for August, though. Of this year, it's timeless. Okay, we have 7 to the sea. Got some major hermit vibes with this, but it almost also feels like some rejection vibes. But don't worry, we're going to piece it all together. I'm just kind of throwing out what's popping into my head as we go. And no place like home. Number, what is that? I thought it was a 10. It's 50. Okay. Okie dokie. Scoochies. Okie dokies. All right. So what I'm feeling is like, there's like a collective heavy energy right now. But I don't feel like that's necessarily pertaining to all of your individual situations. I feel like the heaviness is coming from external sources, like possibly something that you've witnessed or heard about or read about. And so, you know, like at the time that I'm filming this, like you know, there was bad stuff in the news, and I never watched the news, and this is why. I never watched the news. And then in like the last, I don't know, it was like 72 hours ago or before, no, like 48 hours ago. So 40 to 48 hours ago, I like watched like 2 different people get killed on TV or like on the internet, right? And I didn't know that that's what I was going to see before I saw it. It wasn't like I was like, oh, that happened. Let me go see if I can see what happened, right? So I feel like that probably happened to a lot of people if you're watching this during the time that I'm filming it. If you're not, then this might not be a message for you, but there is a very collective heavy energy that's coming through. It feels external though. It doesn't feel like heavy, like something bad is going to happen to any of you further than what has already happened to this point that you've started this reading. And we'll get deeper into that, but I just wanted to acknowledge that for a second. So some of you, that heaviness is affecting your situation as well, because I don't care who you are and how hardened of a person you are. Like when you watch like people like, you know, sudden things like that you're not expecting, I think it affects everyone on some level. And so I feel like some of us have been affected on some kind of a trauma level in this group. And in this group in particular, I see the little hearts like coming out. It's like your heart going out to like all these different places, all these different people, like all this, I'm sorry, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. And it might not be the, the same stuff that I've seen this last week. Like I said, I don't watch the news. There might have been things that happened the week before or like several weeks before that were fine. and then there were like 5 or 6 horrible little things in there that I just missed and never heard about because I wasn't watching, because I was trying to protect my triggers, right? And so there's like something that happened kind of on a bigger scale for some of you, and that's coming through, and your heart's going out to a lot of different people. For some of you, I feel like this is scoping in a little bit more personal, and that some of you, know somebody who's going through a really hard time, like personally, that you actually know someone, or you've seen something happen to a lot of people, like maybe like, this is just an example. I don't know for sure if this is a message, but it's like an example of like when you're like in a job and you notice obviously you're going to notice, a ton of people get like laid off or fired all at the same time. And you being an employee of that company or whatever, or even a person that had to like engage or participate in some of the firings, might not have agreed with everything that was happening in your heart, or like even if you agreed with what was happening, your heart still went out to those people. So like lots of empathy vibes. Let's just throw that out there. Woof. You're all empaths. Okay, good. This will be a long, this is going to be long. All right. Get out your popcorn and your antacid or whatever you need to cope through this, because this is going to be rough. No, I'm just kidding. Not rough for us, but just lots of different messages coming in already, and we're just on the first card. These dates feel significant to me as like dates of the month significance to people who are watching this. This could be now or later, just at some point at the end of summer, so end of August, end of September. For some of you, you're staring right down the barrel at that if you're in September with me right now. And then the number 50 feels significant to somebody's age, either somebody that's watching or somebody you know. And then number 7. I feel like something happened to somebody on the 7th of this month, and now it's later and you're watching right now. So those are just some very specific things coming in for some very specific people. This is going to be all over the place, you guys. So jump out now if that sort of thing irritates you. I read however the guides give me info. It's not a direct science. You can't really cater how the information is presented sometimes. So sorry, not sorry. It just is what it is. The good news is there's like 2 billion of us out here doing this exact same thing. And so probably not 2 billion. Maybe that'd be wild if you found out there was that many people doing pick a card YouTube channels. I don't even know how many people are on YouTube because I really don't pay attention to stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else is going on. So like in regard to like the end of summer, like let's talk about these significant dates for who this is coming into. Okay. I know you guys were getting excited to see these. I was excited to look at them, but the guys were like, nope, go back. So sorry guys. Okay. I see school pictures happening for some. I see new friendships where you're forming these new bonds or really learning new things, new interesting things about people around you. Ooh, I just saw a flash of like sort of like a university class, that like one of the smaller upper division classes when you're like getting closer to graduating, where there's less and less of you in class together. It's not that big auditorium style. It's very small and intimate. And, there's maybe like 40 to like maybe even 10 of you in like one class together, and you're just vibing together and like sharing like all your differences, and like you're comfortable with sharing your differences. That's refreshing. Can we have some more of that, please? That's my favorite thing to do, is sit there and like somebody could tell me the most outlandish, like I disagree with that entirely, like I would never do it myself. but tell me about it anyway, because I'm like not judging you. I just like to hear about different perspectives. It's fun to see through other people's eyes, in my perception. I like to see that. Like it's like meeting characters in a book, but it's real, right? And I thought those were books before. That's interesting that I said books and characters in books. Sharing a vibe with like a friend or somebody new, it feels like new energy. Okay. I feel like a big truth is coming up. Either a big truth came out on like the 7th or the 14th of the month, or for some of you, for others, a big truth is coming really, 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 really soon. Okay. A good, like a noble truth, like an honest truth, like, a truth that will not just heal you, but heal the world in some way. It's like going to set the world right in some way. Not to say that truths can't be painful sometimes, but it's looking like your heart is going out and not like breaking from within. So it almost looks like I'm not seeing like a big like consequence coming to you of this truth coming out. I'm seeing you being a benefactor or like somebody who does, needs this truth to come out, but your heart is going to go out to those who are damaged because of that truth. Interesting. Oh, there's so much. Give me a second. My tummy's getting all tight. Oh, is that your guides or my PTSD talking? I can't tell. A little bit of both, probably. 27th and 28th. Those dates. And the 7th. It's like a big, the truth was told, and like maybe it took from the 7th to the 14th to be like, this actually just happened. I don't know. You know what I mean? Or different things happened throughout for different people between the course of those 2 days, or those, not 2 days, but those 2 dates. Like a lot of different things happened for a lot of different people because there's so much flippant energy in here right now that I feel like, that little like electronic thing that all of our high school science teachers had them when I was a kid. So who knows if they still have them now. I don't remember seeing them in any of the schools I worked in, but I didn't go poking around the science lab that often. I usually minded my own business and people had to come to me. I'm an introvert. But anyway, the little ball that's all electric, and when you touch it, your hair gets all staticky. Like, that's how I feel right now. I feel like just like, and I don't feel like it's anything crazy other than there's just a lot of energy, right? A ton. Okay. Sorry. We can agree to move on from that and just acknowledge that it's here. The 27th and 28th, I feel like, is a turning point for those people that are in this boat. I said boat, but she's in a bathtub boat. Isn't that so clever? Oh, Miriam, so funny. Anyway, I feel like this learning experience, and like if you're not in a school setting, I feel like you're just learning new things, or you're with people where you're learning new things. I just got a new mom vibe. Like maybe you're a new mom and you're hanging out with these other new moms and you've got like a Facebook group. I didn't know those existed until somebody told me she was like part of like a mom group. And I was like, a mom group? I've never heard of that before. Makes sense, The algorithms had that one right. I've never been suggested to join a mom group. That must be an easy one to tie down on the algorithm type situation. But I feel like you are going to come to a realization, or like you're going to start to rebuild on like by the 28th of those months. So like if you're not in those exact days, it might take like that many duration of those days that we've got here. I'm not going to sit here and do the math in front of you because you'd be like, this woman is like insane more than I already thought she was, because I was already pretty sure she was insane before. It's because I am. Welcome. But you're still here. So here we are together. It'll get fun, maybe. We'll see. It depends on what your guides tell us. Okay, so anyway, I feel you rebuilding. I feel you being inspired by at least one to several more people around you. It doesn't feel romance vibey, but it feels like, I don't know, just when you meet that really cool group of people and you all vibe together, it can be quite rare, especially if you're introverted. And I feel like some of you are with this no place like home sign here. Some of you feel like you were put out to sea. There was that rejection thing that came in at the beginning. I feel like for some of you that breakup occurred during those dates that we mentioned. You're going to start to kind of pick yourself up as soon as this, even though it might not feel like that right at this moment, depending on when you're watching this. And I do feel like other than you going out for like this class or this like socializing that you're doing, however that's come about, it feels more structured. So that's why I keep saying class. I don't know what kind of other structured group work people do, like support work. What else is there? Let me know in the comments so I can start giving those as examples when I can't think of any. I just haven't done a lot of group work in my life other than just like teaching and, you know, professional development and support groups. So help me out here. Is that it? Was there something else? Let me know. Oh, an art class. And then like the mom group. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Socializing, but I feel like you're sticking close to home. Like some of those groups might just be online. Like all the support groups I go to now are all online because I just live in such a rural community that after COVID, like we just didn't ever have any, we just didn't have any more meetings really that ever got back together after that. So anyway, when you only have like 6 people going, it's, you know, it's hard. But yeah, sticking close to home, taking bubble baths, giving self-care. I feel like even if you're not surrounded by people that are making you feel inspired, something is going to start exchanging gifts with you. So like something new. And like this could be like the exchanging of gifts on like a really like hermit vibe level. Like for example, a lot of people get they don't even interact with people online personally themselves, but just the act of getting on and reading other people's experiences or getting on and watching videos about other people's experiences or whatever can sometimes give a person feeling of like connecting with someone, like connecting with the creator that's making those videos, because you kind of feel like, you know, they're not like a famous person. You just watch them on TV because they do content, you know. It's a much more intimate of sharing of gifts than like say watching, I don't know, Aaron Paul on Breaking Bad. I'm watching Breaking Bad and I paused it to do this video and Aaron Paul was sitting there. Just so you know. Okay. What else do I want to say about this? I do feel breakup vibes. I don't feel like any whirlwind romance coming in, and I don't feel like the people here actually even are looking for that. So if you're looking for a romance reading, this is not for you for sure. I always just put that out there because I know a lot of people like channel surf when they're looking for an answer why their person is doing such crazy stuff, right? All right. But I am feeling you like kind of pulling yourself together, but I do feel you mostly doing it in your home. I feel you like taking time for yourself, taking time to heal, at least for the end of the summer. Like we're talking like just a couple of weeks here. Like you're moving right along as far as these dates we're going to. Let's go ahead and look at some more. A new path and opportunities for positive transformation await you. Oh, there we go. So that's syncing up with these, that like finding new horizons, meeting new people, or at least meeting new ideas, right? Getting new supports. It took me forever to figure out what I was looking at there because there's a big glare in my camera, but now I see it. It's like a lady and a tiger. Oh, did you guys ever read that story in junior high? I think it was The Lady and the Tiger. Was it The Lady or the Tiger? I think it was called The Lady and the Tiger. But it was an either or for the lady or the tiger, if you know what I mean. If you didn't read it, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Garden Tools 23. You must summon the courage and strength to acquire the resources you need. Your guides want you to reach out to them more. I do love your like independent energy, but yeah, like I am feeling that some of you don't have like a big group of people. You're not taking a big group class. You might live out in the middle of flipping nowhere like I do. You might live in a place that's so big that you kind of have a small circle because you know how big places can get like that. You get lost in crowds, right? Nobody can get across town to see each other anymore. or however it works, right? Or ever since they put in that new stoplight on that one street that everybody wrecks on all the time, like nobody wants to drive down there anymore or get stuck there anymore. I feel like a separation of old things and new things coming in. I feel like there's sadness for it, but a peace coming in as well. It's a very emotional, like the stuff that I see you doing is very like interactive with others, but for a lot of you, you're doing it from home. For those of you that are not, and you're actually getting out and doing, you do still have like this like comfortable home space, even if it's not your physical home, if you're traveling or whatever your certain situations are, that you have this like way of making your place very homey. Like if you're a traveler, you have like a special set of items that you take with you to each hotel room, and then you kind of dress the place up to make it look like your home. And it can be very simple, like 3 or 4 items, like a blanket and, whatever. Maybe like one picture or something like that. I don't know. I know a person that when they're in a hotel room, not all of them, but a lot of hotels have the smart TVs now. And they put like their one of their platforms, and they like put like their family pictures on like a little flipper. I'm not sure what platform it is because I can't do it. But anyway, I thought that was cool. So like the hotel TV just kind of has like pictures like on it. There's like some people put like the little ambience fireplace or whatever. I don't know. Making homey touches to like things when you're not there with home. Making new homey touches to things when you've had to leave a home environment or a home group behind. Like a group of people. But I feel you just kind of, it's like, I wonder if like some of you have moved or are traveling at least from to to fro, because I feel like this sense of like not being able to go back, but this like determination to move forward and make your life beautiful, which is quite nice. And like you're starting now, like that's the energy that's coming through for you. So like for the rest of the summer, I see, at least for the last 2 weeks of it, if you're watching this for like a longer summer duration, like end of August and not end of September, right? Or say mid-September. It's over September 22nd, in case anybody was wondering. Officially, right? That you are, for that last little stretch, you're really going to rest, take some time to recuperate, but really explore the new area if you're in the new area, or explore your environment around you as it is now, and try to kind of collect yourself and go forward by finding beautiful ways to decorate this new life, which I think is really cool. And I feel like a lot of you are doing this in a lot of creative ways. And if you're sitting there going, I was with you until you started saying that, I don't feel like that, I'm still stuck back here. Your guides could be giving you information about getting creative about ways to make your little life beautiful of how it is now, because there's only so much we can control. For some of you, you're talking about heavy energy, it might just be turning off the TV or turning off social media and moving forward. Maybe not blocking the like group work chat or the group mon chat if you don't want to, but just not, snoozing their notifications for a while. I feel a lot of fatigue of screen time and group time. And then I see this beautiful new inspiring group energy and individual energy coming forward. Okay. We gotta move on. There's just too many people here. Okay, bakery number 1. Take the time to diligently practice and refine your craft. Success will follow as you savor each little victory along the way. There we go. It looks like they're almost in the same little, like here they're outside and here they're inside. Looks like the same little house. Some of you might actually be doing baking. End of summer, I always feel like the urge to eat like really yummy like cookies, and I can't do like pumpkin spice stuff, but some people like out there I feel like are really into that like herby, like you're almost kind of like celebrating fall already, kind of feeling like you like wore a sweater to the first day of school, even though it was going to be too hot, you know, or you wore boots instead of sandals because you were like, nope, summer's over, baby. I'm feeling some of that from some of you, not all, but some. Like I feel for a lot of you, you've been through so much in this emotional state, and your lives might be totally similar to how they were before, and you're not moving anywhere, you're not going anywhere, but you've just moved in your heart in some way because of like a breakup, because of something that felt like you got pushed out. And it could be something as simple as like realizing something about life you didn't know about before. I know that's kind of like introspective, but that is coming through. And like, I feel like maybe somebody's just out there trying to process something that they saw on the news or something that they saw on social media that disturbed them or triggered them or brought back bad memories, and that made you reflect back on something bad that happened way a long time ago. That's also coming in. So I mean, like, bear with me, it's a lot of polar different, lots of different energy coming through, and I can't be here for 3 hours trying to figure it out, and I can't keep it all straight anyway. You guys know me. Whatever comes through was meant for you. Whatever doesn't was not meant to come through at that time. Let's just go with that. Okay, Lion, number 30. Take a deep breath and remember that peace of mind, oh my camera, is the key to navigating your current challenges. And I feel like you're doing that. And if you aren't, like I said, if you're still in like a negative headspace, then that's your indicator that this is advice on how to move forward through some like pretty significant change, even if it's just a change of attitude because of a mood shift, a breakup, a realization about a friend, a realization about several of your friends on social media, and you're like, oh, that's how you feel? You know, that kind of stuff is coming through hard. Like, it just is. And if you watch it today, like a lot of us could probably say that, well, a lot of us could say we know what exactly it is. But like the rest of us, if we're watching from a different time, who knows what's coming down the pike at the end of the next summer down the road. Sometimes I watch these about old summers and see if they fit, like with other people, not myself. And they do. You should check it out sometime. You can get really creative with these pick a card readings. With watching them. I watch a lot of them. Okay. I feel like you are moving forward and protecting the peace in your mind. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of just taking that step lately. A lot of the people I've been speaking to, and I feel this vibe coming through with a lot of you with that independent energy, with that being surrounded by inspiring people or not being surrounded at all and finding different new creative ways to find ways to be inspired. That is all coming through a lot collectively outside of this reading that I've seen, at least during this time period that I'm filming this. It's been a good trek, and I would even say from the first 2 videos that I did for this video to the last 2 that I'm doing today, a lot of people have told me, like, I've cut a lot of ties. I had a lot of painful realizations. I am focused on me. I am trying to do something productive in the world. I've seen shifts in attitudes, like people that I've seen that usually resort to anger, even when it's justified, right, have shifted to a more like calm, anger isn't going to help me in this situation, so I'm just going to deal in a different way. If you figure out how to do that, let me know in the comments, because I can't always do that. Sometimes I can. When I do it, I'm very surprised, but usually there's a very defeated, resigned like energy to it when I do it, where it's like, well, what's the point of getting angry? Everything just sucks. Yeah. Like, and maybe some of you are shifting to that too. I get it. Like, there's been some major like ish going down in my neck of the woods and during this time period in history and all that fun stuff. So whoopity-doo, here we go. It's good times. But not all the time. All right. It's changing. But I see you moving forward and being beautiful, or choosing to be beautiful, choosing to surround yourself with beauty. Like, they're reading, they're planting, they're baking, they're snuggling their pets, right? Whatever those 2 are doing. Actually, that's what people who sleep with their cat, that's what we would look like in bed together. That's what, yep, that's how we all have to lay because our cats are crazy. Anyway, something small take up that much space. And I do feel like you're going to pull it off. Like, I feel you actually slipping in the last, couple of months or couple of weeks of summer, however long you've got left. Feels very twinkle. Marriage. What freaking movie is that from? Come on, guys. We're going to make this system happen. I keep waiting for a comment to be like, Miriam, quit making the comment on movie thing happen. It's never going to happen. I'm going to be like, never. You guys just need to watch more movies. Come on. All right. If you hear my stomach growling, I apologize in advance. But yeah, I feel like you're a tranquil situation was what I was trying to say. Like a very, very relaxed. You're taking care of you. And you really are finding, like, see how this home is just kind of above itself and everything. Like, I feel you sort of like being above and protected from like all this like craziness that's going on around you. Whether that's in a personal space, like we were talking about way earlier, or if it's that public space that we were talking about just a moment ago. That you're finding this inner peace that's quite nice. And then we have Harvest Basket 26. It's time to gather the fruits of your hard work and dedication. Yeah, and looking, face forward, looking into the sun, embracing change, and just moving forward and taking care of what you have power over, right? What you have any control over. Because we only have so much. Indeedy. Okay, let's get you some tarot. Six of Cups. I feel some, heart tugging, like memories of like times that are gone that you can't get back, and they were good times, and you're just, now you are where you are, and there's just, you can't go backwards. Eight of Pentacles, being rewarded for work, going day by day, feeling better day by day, heading towards a positive outcome, working towards better health, better finances, better peace, that card stands for all of that good stuff. Overcoming challenges. Look at how peaceful and alone he is. And he's up high like your house was. Up above it all. At a higher perspective than the rest of the world that's in chaos below, right? The Hanged Man, seeing things from a different perspective. Yeah, like seeing the predicament that you're in and finding beauty in the way you move forward, which is like what she's doing, right? She's looking out. There's all these runes. Do you see them? Some of you might like runes. Some of those runes might mean something to you. So screenshot that if you want and look those bad boys up. I won't trouble you with me trying to remember what they all mean, even though I've got like half of them tattooed on me. 5 of them, like, what does that mean? I'm like, I used to know when I got it on there. Now I don't remember. It was important. It made sense at the time. Now I just trust that whatever we did back then is there. I don't hang on anymore. 5 of Wands. I feel like this card is so much about staying up out of the chaos. And that is something that I feel like some of you might have been asking even, is like, is this chaos that's been around me that hasn't been personal for those of you that it hasn't been personal for? Or that you haven't been personally engaging in or trying not to personally engage in, if it is personal? Like, is it going to get better? And like, I hate to say that the answer is like, chaos makes chaos makes chaos. And if people are set on making chaos, they're going to continue to do it. It's really hard to tame a large group of chaotic souls down. You know what I mean? And I don't want to make it sound hopeless, but I am trying to be realistic of like, I don't see it simmering down with those. I see it simmering down with you. And you finding this wonderful place. But no, there might still be things to witness that are head shaky to shocking, right? I don't see anything too shocking happening to any of you for the end of the summer. Personally, I feel like you're going to be in a very tranquil space, like I said. But you might hear about and witness certain things. So it might be a good time to like protect your peace, you know? So if you were upset by stuff on the internet like I was this week, you know, stay off of it, you know, or only go on to the positive things. One little tip I will give, and the only reason I'm giving this is because the 5 people I told this about this week were like, I should try that. I've never tried that. So maybe it will help somebody out there. One way to stay up on top of like, but I have to be on there or whatever, you know, I get on and don't scroll. I just check my notifications. I might post even so people know I'm still active, and then I bounce, right? The posts are like art and things that aren't going to generate a lot of conversation. Nothing that I'm going to need to get back to right away. That can be a good way to kind of take a break if you can't get away from it. So that's one little thing one tool that I share with you. Some of you might already do it. If so, that might be a message to you guys that your guides are saying that you need to do that as well. All right. And 10 of Wands. Yeah, this burden that you're feeling on your shoulders right now collectively should ease up for you. It's not going to ease up for people that are still down in the chaos. Okay. And some of you might feel like bad about not getting more involved in the situations. Like you might feel a responsibility to try to mediate or help or be of service or however it looks to each of your individual situations. Your guides are saying it is now time for you to really take some time for yourself. If anything, for those last 2 weeks of the summer or whatever those next 2 weeks are for you, whatever works into your schedule at whatever time you're watching this, that is good advice, because I feel like you've already been through so much and there's still so much going on that even if you were to choose to get involved in some way later, which is totally always your choice, your guides are guides, not bosses. You can always do whatever you want. It might be good to take a rest before you dive back in if that is something you're going to do. Okay, let's get you some tarot. Oh, my Lanta. Let's just see what's coming up for you besides this solitude stuff. A very good sense of being independent. Some of you might be starting your own business, and that might be where this like new independent streak is coming in. Some of you might get promoted to boss in some way. Might be coming in for some of you that are wondering about that. Oh, let's see. Some of you might get praised or recognized or get a good amount of money. I'm going to put the World card over here in reverse. Again, your guides are just saying that the world around you is still going to be a bit upside down for a while, and look at it from a different perspective. And I love how like I wanted to put it right there by her, because it's like if she's looking at it from where she is right now, it's right side up. She's seeing it in a different way. I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to do that on purpose, but I did notice that. So that was a message from your guides. Let's keep going. 3 of Swords, healing of heartache. See how the little swords are all there? That one's tied up with a ribbon. It's like it's being like bandaged in this deck is the way I feel. So it's like healing from like any heartache that this has caused you. I feel like there is a lot of heartache in this pile, although I haven't talked about it a great deal. I feel like you guys don't want to mire. Tell me if you're wrong. Be like in the comments, be like, I wanted to mire, and then I'll always come back with well, it was a general reading. It might want to pick a different pile. You know how that goes. 6 of Pentacles, balance coming in, yeah. And some retribution, like maybe not retribution, but some kind of balance to like situations. So like that chaos that you're seeing or that you saw, some means of justice or some means of at least closure could be coming in. Same thing with monetary situations. 6 of Cups, man, lots of balance here. And you had 6 of Cups before. So yeah, kind of looking back to the past. I almost see this as like being sad about the past, but celebrating the present of what you have left. And like, even if the present of what you have left is just you're alive, to still have the memory of that wonderful time. That is something you can cherish. Death, change, rebirth, moving forward. I'm just going to set it here on top of the World in reverse because we know what that message was. I see this idea of like Not that any of you are going to die. We don't read for that on this channel, but like staring death in the face. And I don't want you to do anything crazy, like go play chicken on the road somewhere, or like nothing could hurt you or anyone else. Disclaimer done. But like staring like what is coming at you in the face. Like I feel like the traumatic things that you've seen that I feel are so heavy, regardless of what form they came in for all these different people and energies, is this unflinching of I'm still going to be me and I'm still going to be moving forward regardless of who I've had to leave behind or who has left me behind because of it. I know who I am. I'm choosing to move forward and I'm choosing to find beauty and put it in my life. That's what I mean by staring death in the face. Of like, yeah, I know it's coming. I'm not going to curl up like a little ball and cry about what I can't change. That's the kind of thing. Not that you can't cry. If you need to cry, sweetheart, you've been through it, some of you. Even if it was something that didn't totally personally affect you, like there's things that affect people on like a pretty global scale. So like just, you know, one of those is seeing like rampant violence on social media, for example. Page of Pentacles. Good news coming towards you. Interesting. I want to get just a little bit of information on the good news. What good news is coming in? Sparks. Plans coming to fruition. So things that you're planning for are coming towards you. Your burdens are soon at an end with that 10 of Wands is also coming through. I just really like your vibe right now, even though everything feels so serious. It's like strong soldier energy from all of you that are watching this to this point. If you resonated up to this point, let me know how in the comment section. Give me topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading, there are ways to do so in the description box. All right, my fellow soldiers, hang in there, rock on. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Holy, group 4, that group 3 was a doozy. Let's see what's going on with you guys. And the end of your summer, whatever time you happen to be watching this. You picked this shell, some of you, and it was under this little turtle. Makes me feel like some of you are really into summer, and you're like, summer is definitely still happening. Like, you might have been happy to find this video because everybody else has moved on to fall. Especially like the stores. I was just telling somebody online because they were griping about, I don't want to see pumpkin spice when it's not the end of summer until September 22nd or something. You know, one of those hate posts that like gets everybody to fight with each other over like pineapple on your pizza kind of silliness. Anywho, I got that vibe from you. Like, not that you would get online and yell at people about it. Not that vibe, but just a vibe of loving summer and you're going to like love it to the fullest. And, you know, you don't like seeing Christmas decorations in Costco on October 3rd. Like I was reporting online the other day. I was like, I saw Christmas decorations and it's October 3rd. And I love Halloween, but I like to have things in order, please. So that's why I'm still doing like the mermaid's still here. I'm still doing a summer reading until the 22nd. Even if I only do 2 videos a season, I'll still stick to that rule. It's just something that I plan to do. Okay. Sorry, I had to peek at your cards. Let's go ahead and start with the ones that we've started with everybody else for the end of your summer. Did I put them all upside down? I don't read these ones upside down. So here we go. Come to the edge. Oh my. Full energy, big time. Leap of faith. Head towards the light. Go for it. I don't know what else to say about it. Okay. So you've got something coming up. It's like, okay, this just came in. Gross, you guys. Somebody is like wanting to make a move on somebody. And you've only got till the end of the summer to do it. Is that what's going on here? Chuckles. I don't know why I called you Chuckles. Maybe you're chuckling because you're like, she got me. Not me, your guides got you. If that's what's happening, that's what's happening. Somebody's like, you've got to make a move before summer's over. Okay, like you're changing location or something along those lines. It doesn't feel like that particular scenario does not feel super serious. But this other scenario is like you need to propose by the end of summer. And I feel like you're not worried about proposing. It's just like you can't get stuff to fall in line to be able to propose. That's coming in. So it's like to be able to get it done, maybe you're like in a very nice place for the summer or something along those lines. To get to that point of being able to propose, your guides are kind of throwing out a message of you might have to like sort of come to the edge in the sense of I just heard somebody say the edge of my sanity. You're already there. Don't worry, you're already there. Oh, please tell me who you are. That was too funny. Okay, so anyway, not the edge of your sanity, to like the edge of like your get creative with your planning. Like take a leap of faith and maybe just like if you're in a situation and you're like, this wasn't the plan, but this is pretty. This would be pretty for a picture. This would be nice for this. This would be for, I'm doing it right now. And you just do it. Okay. So those two little romantic, gross things came in. I'm going to keep going before I try to get into too much more, but hang in there. If you're not romantic, there might be something for you. Time for a nap. Oh goodness. I feel like grumpy bear energy with this. I feel like somebody's upset and like you need to take some sleeps. I don't usually say that, take some sleeps. I wonder if maybe one of your guides speaks to you that way, or if that's like something you say in your household. Like in my household, we don't call the remote, we call it the moat, you know? So I mean, like we all have our weird little house languages, I call them. That might be something that it takes some sleeps. Might be something that maybe your grandma or your mom said to some of you. So you need to be getting enough sleep, especially if you're going to propose. Sorry, I stutter when I get grossed out. It's your fault. Or if you're going to have to make a move before the end of summer. I feel like the person that wants to make the move by the end of summer is just like on fire for like whoever you want. Stop it. Okay. Don't stop. Keep doing that with your friend. I'll just try to stop feeling it. Okay. Chaos and conflict. Yeah, I am feeling this chaotic energy within. And then without with the... Okay, hang on. Let me do this real quick. Spirit. And you guys might not be able to see the pendulum going a particular way. I'm just trying to do this for me. Are there any other people here, guides for anyone else here besides the make a move by the end of the summer people and the propose by the end of summer people? Okay, they're saying a yes. So there's messages in here for somebody else. All right. Before we move on to this one, let's go ahead and deal with these for a second. Come to the edge for any other scenarios. Oh, decide on a job placement, or like if you're going to take a job by this summer or by the end of this summer, or what role you're going to have at your current job by the end of this quarter or whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't know how other jobs work. I just have this vibe of like needing to come to some kind of a decision before the end of this summer, and you're trying to figure out how, and your guys are saying you need to sleep on that. There's been a lot of chaos. I feel like if this is a job thing for some of you, there's a lot of chaos at this time of year at your job. And I'll just leave it at that. I won't go into all the different scenarios of what that could be. I think a lot of you know already why that is. You know, if it's like that, the season where all the tourists come in, or the season where all the kids come back, or the season where all the people leave, or, you know, I don't know. I was like, I'm not going to do scenarios. Here's some scenarios. I did general scenarios. I'm trying to meet you in the middle. Okay, now let me check and see, Spirit, did I get all of the people who are supposed to get messages from this spread? No. Is there any messages for them in these cards, or should I move forward? Okay, so I need to move forward. There are other messages for somebody else here, though. It's just not in these. So if those pop up, we will put that in there. Interesting. So hang out if you want. Fast forward if you need. Once I'm past these cards here that we're talking about, then you'll know that we're getting more messages for you. That might make it good. Okay. Romantic people who are trying to propose, there's just a lot of chaos around you. I feel like your relationship is great because that's why you want to propose. So I feel like your person you're proposing to also feels like it is great and would like you to propose, is probably hoping you'll propose, might even be like, you know, thinking you might propose, right? So just do it. You know, like something beautiful is going to come up. There's something beautiful about chaos too. Like just wait until like all the people that are around you like bust into a bar fight and then just get down on one knee and be like, marry me. Okay. Blessed. 22. We have 33, 24, and 36 as well, by the way. I feel like 36 is somebody's age. I feel like 24 hours is the amount of time that's going to take for somebody that's watching this to feel better. Some of you have a thing with the number 33 in your life. It might pop up a lot. You might want to look up an angel number for that or the numerology for that because I'm not a huge numerology person. 22 is also about balance, being blessed, things working out for the best. I like that for people that feel like you're kind of having to go on the edge or you're on the edge of something and you haven't quite made that leap or, oh, what was the other thing? I already forgot the third scenario. My God. Help me. Sparts. Sparts. I say sparts instead of, this is your first time here, I say sparts instead of spirits. I'm making fun of old gypsy ladies in old movies. Not because they are gypsies, because they're like an old, you know, like essentially an old white lady in a movie playing some like foreign lady from a land that doesn't exist. Like the accent doesn't match anybody's real accent and neither does the race or the stuff she's wearing. I guess the closest you could pin it down to would be like maybe some like African and European like mixed together, but maybe not. I've seen some weird stuff on old TV in America. But anyway, they say things like sparts with their fake accent that's not from anywhere instead of spirits. So I always jokingly say sparts, come in. If this is your first time, I need to figure out how to do text and just say sparts. And then just say spirits, you know, when I say sparts, so that people just know that's just the way I say it. So I feel this like, it's like there's chaos around you, but you're actually in a blessed time is what your guides are saying in this little like patch of time. So if you're like willing to make a move, you know, you're putting off making a decision for work, you are trying to figure out a time to propose something to someone. And maybe you're not proposing marriage. Maybe it's a different type of proposal. Or you're telling somebody you like them or whatever. Your guides are saying that like this is a blessed time for you. Even though it's so chaotic, they're saying the chaos around you is what's making you feel nervous. It's like things don't feel like they're lining up, so you feel like maybe it's not going to work out. But what your guides are saying is that sometimes chaos is like when to do beautiful things. And then you remember that beautiful time and all that chaos, and it makes the chaos beautiful. Thank you, guides. Deep knowing. I like this too. It's very reassuring feeling to me. Like, I know it's going to be okay. Your guides know it's going to be okay. I feel a lot of anxiety, but it's going to be okay. So, you're going to be okay. All right, let's go ahead and get some more cards and see what else we have going on with y'all. Let me double check this guy here. Spirit, is there any other people or scenarios that we haven't hit on yet that we need to have to move forward with those people? Okay, so if you didn't hear your scenario by now, we are closing the bid. No, I don't know how to say that. They're just that's the guides that are here. I just got confirmation that we've got them all. So 3 scenarios, that's not too bad. It is kind of bad for an end of the day reading, but this is only the second one because if you watch the intro, notice how I look different a little bit. Yeah, that was like weeks ago, son. Vegetable garden, 41. It's time to check in with and reflect on the seeds you have planted. I feel like, sorry for the pause. I heard something actually with my ears as opposed to like with my senses, right? And I was trying to figure out if it was like just a noise or if it was a message for someone. I can't tell, so I'm going to move on. Yeah, I feel like the chaos has blinded you guys to the fact that this is a really, really great time. You've got a lot of crazy things going on around you, and your guides aren't discounting that, but you've planted enough karmic seeds that things are going to work out in your favor. Like if you're going to make a move, I feel like this other person isn't going to be totally like, oh, I had no idea they were going to make a move. I feel like they're almost kind of hoping you make a move. Okay. That's the vibe I get coming in. Remember, consent is important. Disclaimer said. Not that I thought you guys needed to hear that, but YouTube might think you do. Okay. YouTube might think I need to say it. That's how I should say that. Yeah, like you've created some beautiful energy with these people, and the same thing with the work people that are worried about choosing the right one. Your message, I feel like, is your guides are saying that you know deep down which one you do want to choose, that you're holding back for reasons that aren't exactly in your best interest, like sacrificial ideas, like, oh, well, I don't want so and so to be mad at me, or I don't want it to affect my friendship with so and so. But it's like honestly the best thing for you, and you're not really doing anything to hurt so and so. It's just the way things worked out. That kind of energy is coming through. Your guides are saying to take what is being handed to you in those situations. Okay. And that does feel very specific to the work situations, but it also kind of feels specific to you other guys. Okay, hang on. Sorry for that. I keep hearing a voice and I'm not sure what it's saying. That time it sounded like an older man. And so that might be helpful. I know that's not very much to go on, just like an older male voice. Garland 24. There is magic in the weaving of unity. There's a doggo barking outside if you can't hear it. Some of you might have a dog. And they have a fox in their little hut with them, which also makes me feel like I didn't see that a second ago because I was showing it to the camera, but that also makes me feel like some of you might have a dog. Okay. I feel like, sorry for all of the silences. I really apologize. I always like get frustrated when that happens on videos I'm watching. I'm like, spit it out. I never say that in the comments, but I do yell at my screen. Spit it out. I need to know. Or I try to fast forward, like, just talk. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get all this stuff that's coming in. Like for job people, this could be a message for some of you. This is why I paused for a long time. There's like a couple of different messages coming in for the people that this is about a job. And so then there's going to be messages coming in for the people that this is about a relationship. And so that's why I was like, ooh, what am I going to do first? Okay. And which messages are coming in for whom? So some of you, the position that you might be leaning towards or that your guides are kind of guiding you towards is this idea of working with others, with this idea of unity. Okay. I'm also seeing your guides saying to some of you that, and this would be for some of you that are quite magical beings or you practice like feng shui, or you do any kind of like mindfulness activities. She's like decorating everything in very specific patterns and ways with the window open at a specific time of day, etc. and so forth, like making something specific for this, what do you want to call it? Like this season, right? Calling in the season. So some of you are being called to do ritual if you're into that kind of stuff. some kind of ritual to like usher in the end of or usher in autumn and let out summer, especially if I feel like, remember we talked about some of you feel like you really don't want summer to end because you just love summer, everything about it, right? And then everything else is kind of miserable, especially the weather, right? And you are sad to see it go. Your guides are giving a message to those of you who are in that group to let it in, you know, to figure out a way to make it special, to make this time of the year special and not make it like a time of like, not dread, but like a time of, I don't want stuff to eventually suck. Like you're kind of anticipating something to suck later. It can kind of manifest bad things, right? Not too bad, but you know what I mean. It can just manifest bad moods. All right, so the people who are in romances, this card is saying to me that there's magic in the weaving of unity. So with the proposal people, like things just aren't working out in the way you want to, or like the people that, I feel like it's a proposal for both, right? Somebody wants to propose like making a move towards romance with somebody, and somebody wants to like propose actual marriage or actual exclusivity, or proposing actual, you know, whatever. We've never talked about this before. Now I'm proposing this idea to you that I want to be with you. That there's all this chaos around you and you can't find the right time to do it. If that person is with you, they want to be with you, is what I'm feeling. And so just strike while the iron is hot when you have that unity together, right? Dried flowers, number 15. Take solace in knowing that the end of a journey marks the dawning of a new one. Yeah, I feel like after this, a lot of you, in the romantic sense of the word, you know, things may never be the same, right? They can't ever be the same for all of you, because even if you get rejected and they say no, which I really don't feel that for this group, but you never know. It's a general reading. There could be like, half messages in there for people for all I know. And I don't know how everybody out there receives messages, because we all receive them differently as well. So blah, blah, blah. That all being said, take solace in knowing that the end of a journey marks the dawning of a new one. It's like, hang on. But at any event, it's going to change something. If you're in the work group and you change roles, it won't ever be the same. If you stay in the role you're in and reject that role for some reason, you might always wonder if you should have taken it. So things will never be the same. I totally get it. So that might, kind of push some of you forward to either do it or not do it, right? Depending on, and you can always do or not do. You don't ever have to make a move on somebody just because this video said it's a good time. Same thing with proposing if there's all this chaos around you. Same thing with, do you have to do it before end of summer? Or are there other opportunities like looking at you? Do you have to do the job thing the way that you're being pushed to, or are there compromises that you can make? And that is another thing with the unity card with the job people. Are there compromises you can make to sort of have both? Maybe there's certain things that are making you hesitant about one decision or the other, and you kind of want to make sure that you do the right thing so that you don't end up being miserable that you've changed anything, right? Is definitely a strong feeling coming through for some of you. It might be good to sit down and be like, these are my concerns. How can we alleviate them? If you have a company that's, cool like that. Some are, some aren't. It just depends on how good they are with their communication, how much they care. And that it's okay that, if you decide not to, that also is the beginning of something. It's the new you that decided not to, right? On any of those things. Okay. Farm to table 18. Liberate yourself from influence and invoke the power within. And don't let anybody else influence you. I know that your guides are saying to step in and take what was yours, especially with the job people, right? With the others, to make it sound less creepy, Seize the moment, seize the day, right? Take a chance. Those kinds of less predatory sounding things from farm to table. Like you're hunting them. I don't think any of that is going on. I just think it's funny. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Do what you feel is right, including this video. Do what you think is right. Guides are guides, not bosses. Summer Games 36. When fear rears its head, no need to be wary. Lean in. You're at the edge of evolving. The edge again. You can go back and watch the live shuffle if you didn't watch it before. You can't make that up. There it is. Okay, your guides say deep down you know what to do. They also want you to know deep down that they are there guiding you and saying that things are probably going to be great. Okay. Uh-oh. Gross. That's a good sign for some of you, right? The Lover's card, the, you know, joining together of two souls, the gross stuff I'm not going to keep saying, you know, but seeing eye to eye, like being reciprocated. Hello, hello. Queen of Swords. That's confidence. Confidence in, like, I feel, okay, this is cool. I feel like by the time you guys make your decision of what you're going to do, that you're going to be very sound with it. I'm trying to like get my earbud in without hanging up. And I don't know if it's going to work. These earbuds are terrible, but I feel like the mic sounds the best out of all the ones that I have. So I use them just for this, and they are awful, and I'm always worried I'm going to hang up. Okay. Queen of Swords is also about speaking your mind, speaking your peace, not holding back, being honest, saying what you want. And so your guides are saying, like, if you're joining into any kind of, you know, union with somebody, just keep that communication open, say what you want. If you decide not to do something, that's okay too. Same thing with jobs. Say what you remember we were just talking about, like letting them know that you have concerns. That's just more affirmation for you. Nine of Pentacles, success. And Pentacles are about jobs, my job friends. Success all around with the Nine of Pentacles. You're going to be happy with your choice regardless of what you choose. And it's going to be up to you. Page of Wands, new inspiration, a light coming on in the dark, an epiphany. And your guides remind you that the fear of being left alone forever, or the fear of making the wrong decision, being shut out, that this card is a reminder that it's just a fear. It's not a reality. It is just a fear. Okay? Because there is a lot of anxiety in this group. All right. Let's get you some more tarot. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about avoiding trouble. And it's always one that I don't hear a lot of readers call it that, but that's what I've always thought when I was teaching myself how to read cards. So I just decided that go with your intuition. I do take the other meanings that this card has as well, which is, you know, leaving your troubles behind, but you still have, you know, some carrying of them in your mind or in your communication skills or in your actions. But this one feels very much like a reassurance of, like, I mean, the swords aren't even pointing towards the ribbon, like in any threatening way. It looks like they're being deflected away. So I feel like no trouble is coming to you guys, my soul friends. Three of Swords in the Tower. What is going on with these? Okay, I'm going to get a card. Is this Anxiety Spirit? Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't have to get the cards. They told me. So, Six of Swords is also, if you've watched regular tarot, and I'm sure you probably have by now, like the original tarot, it's that little boat of people leaving. The swords are stuck in it. I like to think that they just like barely missed them as they were getting away, right? That card is about leaving a past behind and that no harm is coming towards you. I feel like this is the fear because you had something like this happen in your past. Like you made a job decision and it bit you back because you should never, and I think by a certain age, we all have that wonderful experience of like trying to do the right thing in our career and being like, that was the worst decision I could have made for myself, even if it was just inconvenience alone, right? Or that was the worst job opportunity I could have ever taken. I should have ran when they offered me that job. You know, those kinds of feelings. I don't feel like anybody's going to lose a job. I don't feel like anybody's breaking up. I don't feel like anything's going to get torn apart and never get put back again. I'm not seeing heartache either. What I'm seeing is fear of this happening again with all these, so much joy is riding on these decisions in this group and for all of you. And so there's this fear of something in your past didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, and you don't want to feel like that again. Okay? So that, I feel, is what that message is. Your guys are saying that that's chaining you down with fear. And you need to walk away from that energy. Okay. How can we help you do that? Oh, and they're showing victory. You're on your way to victory. I feel as though as long as you just keep moving forward the way that this card is looking, move forward with what you want. If you're trying to decide what the job is, selfishly consider, or if it's a change of position or whatever, selfishly consider more than even your family, maybe for some of you. Who is this going to be? You're the one that has to go there every day. Who is this going to benefit the most if something changes? And if the answer is you, then do the change. If the answer is not you, and the answer is not changing to make a happier you, then that's the one you want to go with. You see what I'm saying? For most of the people here, I feel like you're moving forward with these big changes, the proposals, the making moves. Oh, you people are so gross. You romantics. I kid. And then you professionals who are trying to navigate your professional world. You're on your way to victory, okay? So any doubts that you're having, especially if it's something bad that happened in the past, let the past go. You can even do like okay, I'm going to give you a tip, okay? And I'll try to remember to do a timestamp on this. If I forget, I apologize. To like say tip for cord cutting from the past, okay? And I'll try to remember to put a timestamp in there at this point. And that way you can fast forward at this time onto the next if you don't want to hear how to do a cord cutting for the past experience stuff. So, all right. If you want to not let the past kind of follow you into the present, one thing that I would do or suggest before you even do any cord cutting is to always pull your energy back to yourself. You can be as creative as you want. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just how you visualize it and any movements or words that you say that make it come to you the best. I like to picture things like cartoons, very vivid, very, very over the top in like what things represent. Okay, so like if I was pulling my energy back from a fear and not a person, instead of imagining my energy coming out of their top of their head, like actually leaving their body and coming back to me, which is what I do for people, I would picture it as like whatever that big scary fear represents. And if it's a big dumb purple cartoon monster, I've never done that, but it can be if that's what makes you visualize it better. The purpose is the energy does what it needs to do. All you have to do is find a good way to picture it to make it happen. I promise. That's the trick. And so get your energy back to you. I like to imagine energy being like a light that leaves a person's head, or it leaves something that represents an idea, a situation, a past regret, a future fear, whatever, something, whatever's taking up the thoughts in my mind. And I call that energy back and imagine it coming into the top of my head or feeling any spots in my body where I feel tension in my body thinking about that situation, person, place, or thing, okay? Breathe all that energy in, then pretend you're sealing it inside you however you want to. And then really take a look at the person, place, thing, situation, whatever, okay? So for you guys, it's whatever happened to you in your past. a person that represents that past. It could be the situation itself, the place where the situation happened, etc. You can be as creative as you want and just say, this is what this did to me. This is how it's affecting me now. Whatever you need to say, this is what I wish would have been different. However you need to get anything off your chest about this situation, get it out now. Some say you have to do it 100% out loud. It's up to you. I feel like if saying it out loud is so uncomfortable and dorky sounding to you that it's going to take you out of it, then maybe don't for a while and just see what you can get doing it silently. I think that's fine too. Then, as you're like going through all those feelings for that person, you're going to start to feel that energy pulling back out. Okay. And that's how you find where the cords are. You don't have to see them. You don't have to really be able to tell physically that they're there. The tension in your body is where they're at. So if it's tension anywhere besides nothing, then you know that the cords are there. If there's no tension whatsoever in your body, then I would say the cord's probably in the top of your head. So you look down, you pretend you're looking down, and you let these cords loosen out of you by, like, I like to think of white light soaking around them and then soaking into them, and they kind of dissolve and unplug by loosening. And as they fall out, the white light goes in and fills up the holes that they've left in those areas of my body. They fall down, and they've got like an actual plug on them, like an electrical cord. And then you take it and you plug it up into a cloud, and you let the cloud float whatever it is away. That's a very shortened version of like a lot of different ways that I've heard it expressed. Those are the main images I use for myself. Please feel free to use them. It really helps to get those worries out of your head and move into that victory energy that's coming towards you. Okay, let's get a few more cards for you. Welcome back. If you skipped the cord cutting explanation, Queen of Cups. Emotional fulfillment, yes. Four of Swords. Your guys definitely are saying you need to get some rest, like you need sleeps. Justice. Things are going to work out the way they are absolutely supposed to, regardless of how much you worry about this. Like those of you that are trying to propose, like it's going to happen, right? I don't feel like they're going to say no to you just because like it wasn't the picture perfect plan that you had in your mind. They don't know what's in some of your minds, I don't think. Okay. Four of Cups. Don't be focused so much on what you want to be happening as opposed to what could be happening. Five of Wands. Ignore the chaos of people around you. I think you got Five of Wands earlier, did you not? Or am I losing my mind and mixing up cards? Well, we did talk about the chaos earlier, so that might as well count as the same, even if it wasn't a Five of Wands specifically. I do remember talking about chaos. You don't have to be a part of the chaos to still have your beautiful moments. They're just repeating themselves at this point. Knight of Wands, you're taking the right actions and they're going to pay off for you in the best way that's going to be inspiring, loving, powerful, happy. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I feel like some of you are like, I don't feel like it will be. I feel like it will be. Your guides feel like it will be. Remember, they always said that you guys were going to feel good with your situation. Look at things from different perspectives. How are there different ways that you can go about these things with the challenges that are facing you? What is, I feel like with the people that are doing the job thing, what is the selfish way to do things? Because you're not used to doing it that way, it's giving you that hanged man energy. For the rest of you, you just feel stuck because you're like, I don't know how to make a move. So let's go ahead and get a how. Gotta man up and do it. Not that you're not female, but step up and do it, I should say. I said man up because it was the Emperor. King of Wands. Yeah, you got to take action. It is painful and you don't have to do it right now. I feel like if you don't do it right now, you'll still have a chance, even though summer is coming to an end. Unless for some of you, that whole like you got to hook up before the end of summer, they're just going to be gone for the rest of the summer and you really won't be able to. You might have to wait till next summer or something along those lines. But I mean, honestly, it really is looking very positive for all of you. I feel like the job people are going to make the right decision as long as they're selfish. It's okay to do things that are best for you. The best you is the best for the people around you. And then the people who are proposing, I feel like that person's going to say yes, even if you do it in some kind of a crazy riot. I think that's so, I love that visual of just like a bar fight just ramping up in like the like seediest place in town that you got to by accident, and you just get down on one knee and you're like, marry me. Or whatever your proposal looks like. You're like, so with that being said, would you like to... You know the situations you're in. Let me know how it works out in the comments if you care to or would like to. Give us topic ideas there as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, there's ways to do so in the description box. Good luck, group 4. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.